Hey, Flying Dancer, welcome. Hello, Flying Dancer, welcome. The mic should be closer now. It's a little bit further away, so I usually don't have it so close when I'm not live. Also, we'll try to improve the lighting. Midnight on the US East Coast. Which audience are you trying to target here? Don't know. I just had an idea for a stream and I want to try it out. Regardless of audience, really. Because it doesn't matter. For this one, it's not a CC, so... You know, it doesn't rely on chatters. It's just why AI is a good additional tool for these streams, because again, let's playing things just doesn't really do anything for me. I need to do stuff like this. We'll see how it goes. I don't have particularly high hopes since you're gonna play Augustus, and yeah, like, you know, it's fairly complex, and I doubt ChatGPT has any knowledge of C3. Maybe I'm gonna ask it about Walker mechanics, but I don't think it will know. So we'll see how it fares. Cats were absolutely nuts today. Just absolutely crazy. They're hunting some insects and just going absolutely wild. I have cat fluff everywhere now. They were fighting as well. Second account as this customer. Most likely, people who watch the streams regularly will not be able to watch, but again, it doesn't really matter. Since I only need the AI really. Chat interaction would be welcome, but it's not strictly necessary for this one. Of course, good balance would be everything, but you cannot have everything. So, might as well do it now. I also haven't slept, so, you know. Might as well do it before I fall asleep. Because then later in the day, I'm just gonna do something simple. It's a timer. Yeah, very low. At least I need at least a couple of people, I guess. Feels bad to start with one viewer. We'll see if anyone shows up or not. Again, people who watch my stuff usually are not up at this time. So just give it another 5 minutes, which is fine for you, I think. It's just gonna be more music. And I'll be cutting this later in the editor anyway. That's fine. That's fine. Don't need to worry about that. As I said, I don't strictly need audience, but it's good to at least have a couple of people, so I'm like absolutely alone in the void. We'll see if anyone shows up. No. He's sick with COVID. I don't think we should wake him up. He was on his phone not too long ago, but he's sick. We can't do that. It's gonna be okay. Some people might join later as they wake up. This is really early for some people. He's awake. Yeah, but he has COVID. I don't want to force him to watch this. It's also gonna prone to be frustrating and also drag this. We are gonna be playing, what's the map? Tarentum? The first military map? And like, I suspect the AI, it's gonna take it like 2 hours or something, maybe more, and it might even die several times. So, let's hope not, but it could happen. Like, I don't know how the AI is gonna react to it. I know it has been used for similar gaming challenges before, but strategy games are something else. Like point and click adventure games, it can handle fairly well, because it has limited options. But it's city builders, I'll need to explain things in detail. And, you know, I need to provide it with all the information and then hope that it can make educated decisions, which it most likely can't. We'll see. Yeah. I actually lost a link for it. You can send that to me again if you want. Or post it in Discord and somewhere. Where? Theatrum, and then I'm gonna pin it so I don't lose it. Yeah, but I forgot and I don't have the link anymore. I could probably find it. But it's hard. Okay. Cannot find it. Okay. There it is. Thanks. Pinned it. At some point there might be some arrows next to it, because I might want people to flicker through different ones that I'm... Okay, right. That would make sense. Again, we are gonna be here a while, just listening to the music, it's fine. I really don't feel like starting yet anyway. Well, the bad thing is, it's really bright when I open my browser. Check out the freaking news. I find ChatGPT fascinating, so I'll be listening. Okay. Good, yeah. It is fascinating. And today we'll answer the question, is it really something we should be worried about? Is it capable of replacing C3 players entirely? Driving us out of our comfortable governorial positions and taking all the denarii from the personal savings for themselves. All this and more will be answered today. Spoiler alert, I don't think so, but it could happen. We'll see. Maybe it's gonna be great, you know, it could also happen, but like, I have my doubts. I don't think it's gonna do particularly well. I actually want this. This. Streaming in the wrong time as well, because Valentin is apparently streaming Fairby Smat. So for Caesar it's gonna be split audience. Usually no one else is streaming Caesar ever, so it doesn't matter. This is unfortunate. Yeah. I didn't realize he was up. This is bad. Oh, whatever. Pushing both champ. Okay. Well, there is not much to watch here, to be fair, so might as well, I suppose. I'm gonna go with it sooner or later. It's just I need at least some audience members, so I'll have to wait a little bit and hope. I hope him. Again, I'm gonna have to cut out this initial part, sure, but that's fine. I already have in mind lots of editing for this one anyway. Shut off the timer for now. It's kind of pointless to have it. I'm gonna add some sort of note. set this. Hello, Clinton, welcome. No, clearly not. I will, but not today. I'm probably gonna go to sleep in the evening. Panic check, yeah. Just absolutely stoked on hoping that this is gonna make a good thing to make into a YouTube video. And caffeine. I have Coca-Cola. But that's not really helping much. Well, it kinda helps short term, but it goes away quite quickly. For you it's kinda late, isn't it? It's like after midnight. It's not great. You have work in the morning? It's Friday, right? So you probably do. Make it slightly louder. Yes, I'm going to bed soon. I've got hell weekend ahead of me, so I was going to drag this evening out. Alright. Well, I hope it goes well for you. Okay, we'll be starting in a minute. I'm gonna search on Caesar. And let's take a look at this. So, I'm gonna activate Caesar music. Do we have it? Yes, we have it. Right. So, welcome. Today we'll be streaming something a little bit different. Today we are gonna use ChatGPT chatbot, which is an AI, as a tool in the stream. And what the AI is gonna do is It's gonna build a city through me. It's not directly connected to the game. Rather, I'd have to explain everything that it can do to it, and then we'll see what it decides to do. And its goal is gonna be to beat Tarentum, which is the first military mission in the campaign. It's not a very complicated mission, but keep in mind, this is an AI. It doesn't know what Caesar is, most likely. So, if it can do it, well, that remains to be seen. Let's take a look at the map first. So I believe it's an engineer rank. And I would be correct. Okay. I could give it instructions with actual instructions from the map.
Caesar is at today's
Yeah, I don't want to listen to it, but I want to find it. I think on C3 Haven, we might actually find instructions for this scenario in written form. Walkthrough. Citizen, clerk, engineer, Tarentum. I don't see instructions. That's actually pretty bad. Okay, I don't think I can paste it. I cannot give the AI pictures, and I cannot talk to it directly. I need to write. And on the top left, you can see it's probably very small, but that is the window that we are gonna use to talk to it. I already told it who I am and what I wanted to do, sort of. And it told me that it thinks it's competent at doing it, but it also has already made some mistake. And so, you know, it's probably gonna go horribly wrong. Again, I don't have like absolutely huge hopes for this. But it could be interesting to see what an AI does. So this is a military map. It has a little bit of military action on it. Therefore, AI might struggle a little bit when that eventually happens. So I might have to hint that it should construct something. So what's our starting budget for the city? It is 6,000 denarii, because we are playing on very hard. We are also playing Augustus, so there are going to be lots of other mechanics that could cause issues, and I don't even know if ChatGPT really knows anything about Volker systems in Impressions games. Most likely not, but we'll have to explain and guide it through it. It's gonna take a while, so, you know, just strap in. I'm gonna have to do a lot of talking. Each time it talks to me, I will use text-to-speech to make it a little more lively, okay? So far I've only introduced myself and asked if it could do this, and it seems to be thinking that it could, so that's why we are here. So we need to tell it the instructions. I would very gladly tell it exactly what the instructions are, but I think it's gonna be a problem because I cannot find them in written form anywhere, so we'll have to just explain. Okay, so I'm gonna play the last message it said to me, just so you know.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help you with building a city in Caesar 3 on a PC game. While I can't join you on a stream directly, I can provide you with step-by-step instructions and guidance along the way. Just let me know when you're ready to begin, and we can start building your virtual city together. Okay, so that's what the AI said. Can you please train ChatGPT by playing 15 to 20 games with it? Can help me later. I don't think we'll be able to endure that long, but we'll be able to at least see if it can beat Tarentum. Let's write it a message. So, amazing. We can begin. For the purposes of the stream, I will call you Governor from now on in this conversation. Your task will be to tell me exactly what to do in order to build a city in
strategy game Caesar 3 for PC. There are many complex mechanics at play, and it would be preferable if you were familiar with at least basics of Impressions games style game design and Walker systems. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly. Our first objective is going to be to establish a city on a city of Tarentum. I'm gonna tell it what local resources we have on Tarentum. Climate here is central. Map has large river going through it and plenty of fertile land on the far bank, as well as near a mountainous, near a rock formation that is near center of the map. Local resources that are available are... We need to really introduce everything so that later it will remember everything we say to it, so just, you know, we need to be cautious. If we tell it some bullshit, it will remember it. So wheat and vines, wheat and vines, as well as, I think we have iron, timber and stone. As iron, timber, and stone. I'm gonna just fix some of these errors. Chat. Hey, Super Cheese, welcome. I don't know what that means, but yes, we are instructing ChatGPT to what it's supposed to be doing and how it's gonna achieve that. I'm gonna tell it all the basic instructions for now. So we also tell it your initial, your rank is set to be engineer. We have got 6,000 denarii in our coffers, and what else? Our tax rate is set to 7% and wages are set to 30 denarii per 10 workers yearly. What else do we tell it? All regular structures are available to be built, and we can also expect some military activity later on. Anything else I should tell it? I really need to think about this. Because I don't want to do like a shit ton of messages, but it's good to do like one big one at the start just so it knows. And it can also ask me. I told it if it doesn't know something, it can ask me. So we start with no one in our city. We should also say that we don't have anyone in the city currently, so that it realizes that there is absolutely nothing so far. Coffers, there are 0 people living in our province. Our tax rate is okay. So I'm gonna let the text-to-speech read what I just wrote.
Amazing, we can begin. For the purposes of the stream, I will call you Governor from now on in this conversation. Your task will be to tell me exactly what to do in order to build a city in strategy game C.
Yeah.
There are many complex mechanics at play, and it would be preferably if you were familiar with at least basics of Impression's game style, game design, and Walker's systems. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly. Our first objective is going to be to establish a city of Tarentum. Climate here is C3. Map has large river going through it and plenty of fertile land on the far bank, as well as near a rock formation that is near center of the map. Local resources that are available are wheat and vines, as well as iron, timber and stone. Your rank is set to be engineer. We have got 6,000 denarii in our coffers. There are 0 people living in our province. Our tax rate is set to 7% and wages are set to 30 denarii per 10 workers yearly. All regular structures are available to be built, and we can also expect some military activity later on.
Okay, so sounds good. Let's send it to the AI, see what it does. Also, I hope I paused the game. I did. I should also probably tell it to what is our game speed. I think I'll keep it like 60% or something. Yearly. Our game speed is set to be 60%. Keep in mind that you can ask me to adjust all of these settings if you wish. Our favor with the Emperor is currently at 40 points out of 100. Also, we need to tell it, so our goals are to achieve 30 culture, 10 prosperity, 10 peace, 40 favor, and 2,500 population. Okay, let's send it to the AI. See what it says. I've never used ChatGPT myself, yeah. I mean, I didn't really do it either, so this is the first little encounter, but like, I've watched some other people do it, so I think this is solid. Let's send it to the AI. It's already generating a bunch of stuff. Okay. Oh, it is aware. It is absolutely aware of what Caesar is. This is amazing. Okay, it still is writing. Just stop. Stop. So we can actually talk about it. Come on. Okay. Let's put it in. It seems to be... It knows what Caesar is. Okay, let's play it.
Thank you for providing all the necessary details, Governor. Let's begin our journey to establish the city of Tarentum in Caesar 3. We'll follow your objectives and work towards achieving them. Getting started. Start by pausing the game to give us some time to plan. Take a look at the available resources and decide on the initial layout of your city. Keep in mind the fertile land, river, rock formation, and available resources like wheat, vines, iron, timber,
it's
and
repeating
stone.
Me, but okay.
Choose a suitable location for your city center, where you can build essential structures such as the governor's palace, housing, and industry.
Okay.
Unpause the game and let's get started.
I might just do what it said and then continue with its instructions, because it said some really strange things, but it's not that long, so I'm gonna let it just tell us things, and then I'm gonna say, I wanted to design a block. I know I want to say what shape is the block gonna be, and everything like that, you know? Oh yes, Governor's Palace, essential infrastructure.
Unpause the game and let's get started.
Okay.
City layout and basic infrastructure. Begin by constructing a governor's palace. This is the heart of your city and provides essential services.
Oh, no it doesn't! But okay.
Create a road network starting from the governor's palace and extend it throughout your city. Ensure that the roads connect all the important areas, such as housing, industry, and resource gathering structures. Place a marketplace near the housing area to fulfill the needs of your growing population.
Well, this is just, I'm gonna guide
Construct a granary to store food resources, as well as a warehouse for storing other goods. Build a fountain and baths to satisfy your citizens' water needs and improve their satisfaction. Housing and population growth. Start constructing small insulae or large insulae to provide housing for your population. Initially, focus on small insulae, as they are more affordable.
That's not correct.
Ensure that your housing has access to basic amenities
directly.
like markets, fountains, and entertainment. As your population grows, upgrade your housing to accommodate more citizens. Consider building villas for wealthier residents.
For 10 prosperity city, we need villas.
Keep an eye on the housing
You also cannot get
levels
furniture
and
on
make
this one.
adjustments to satisfy the evolving needs of your citizens. Resource production. Establish farms
you can get
for
furniture,
wheat
you
and
have timber.
vines to provide
Oil,
food
you
and
cannot
wine
get oil.
for your population. Make sure they are located on fertile land. Construct iron mines to gather iron for your future military needs.
So we make
Set
legionaries?
up timber camps to harvest timber and quarries to extract stone. These resources are essential for construction and trade.
Not necessarily.
Trade and economy. Establish trade routes with neighboring cities
it
to import
knows
necessary resources and export excess goods. This will help boost your economy. Build trading posts along your trade routes to facilitate these exchanges.
Okay. We reached the limit on the available TTS. I might find another one, but yeah, it said a very long answer, so that's why it's like that. Construct prefectures and engineering posts to improve safety and stability in your city. But it says it like very late, so I would not be building these. Develop temples and theaters to fulfill your citizens' religious and cultural needs. Ensure you have schools to educate your citizens and raise their overall productivity. That's not correct. Remember to regularly check the needs and satisfaction levels of your citizens and make adjustments accordingly. Pay attention to the requests from the Emperor and fulfill them to improve your favor rating, monitoring the prosperity, peace, and yeah. Okay, well, that's not true. Like, most of it...
trading...
No, fuck off. That's not correct. I mean, yeah, but like, it is misguided. Like, a lot of it is. This is not what we are here to do, though. Like, it's instructing me, like, general guidelines. No, you are the freaking governor. You know, the AI is the freaking governor, so none of this bullshit. It's gonna do it. So let's send it a message. Governor, this is not what I asked for. What I need from you is to specifically tell me where to build our housing, our first housing area. And what shape will it be? Plus, preferably, dimensions, since C3 is isometric strategy game. Strategy game. Terrain can be divided into tiles. Okay, what else do we tell it? First housing block. So from your message, I suppose it didn't say anything about the gods, by the way, so that's something it needs to deal with. I suppose we need to start with governor's mansion. If you need to, you can ask me for trade opportunities within the empire as well. Send it the message. Apologies for the confusion. Okay. It is writing some. It's not as long this time, so this might actually fit. Ignore all religion here. Okay, let's see. Okay, I need to find a new TTS. I specifically searched for free TTS, but there are so many. I think I can find another one pretty easily. Text magic. Voice English. This one. I'm not a robot. It's gonna change its voice. Should be fine though. Free trial. Maybe this is also...
Apologies for the confusion, Commissar Merrick. Let's focus on the specific details you requested. To begin, we will establish the first housing area. Given the available fertile land near the river and the central location of the rock formation, we'll choose a suitable spot for the initial housing area.
What is the suitable spot?
Location of the first housing area. Choose an area near the river, with enough space to accommodate initial housing and potential expansion.
Okay.
Ensure that the location is accessible and can support future infrastructure, such as markets and services.
Those are not that big, but yes.
Shape and dimensions of the housing area.
Okay.
Let's start with a rectangular shape for the housing area to optimize space and layout. Begin by designating an area with dimensions of approximately 10 tiles wide by 15 tiles long.
Okay, fine. Let's start doing that before... Or actually, should we listen to the rest before we start? Yeah, I mean... I expected it not to know its things, but it knows some stuff about Caesar, so it's promising. That's exactly what you wanted. Like, it knows some stuff, but it's not like absolutely knowledgeable with everything. So that's good. Let's listen to the rest.
Begin by designating an area with dimensions of approximately 10 tiles wide by 15 tiles long. Adjust the dimensions slightly based on the terrain and available space to ensure optimal utilization.
Dodge rocks, yeah.
Governor's Mansion. In Caesar 3, the Governor's Palace serves as the primary administrative building for your city. It provides essential services and should be constructed near the housing area.
That is incorrect, but we'll build it if it wants.
Place the Governor's Palace in a central location within the housing area for easy access.
It's gonna ruin the housing space, okay.
Regarding trade opportunities within the Empire, please provide me with the list of available cities or trade options, and I'll assist you in identifying potential trade partners. Let me know if there are any additional details or specific requirements you'd like to discuss.
Okay, so clearly we've been wrong our entire lives. The AI knows better and we've been using Governor's Mansion wrong the whole time. Who knows? Hundreds of years of C3 players and we've been all bamboozled. Okay, let's do what the AI says. It is the governor, so we will build it. It's set near the rocks and water, which means here. This is exactly where I would build my own block, but it acquires a specific block, which is 10 by 15, which is insane, but let's build it. It is breaking the meta. Okay, so each tile of road is 4 denarii, so if we build it forte, it should be 10 by 15, which means we go this way, and then 15 tiles is going to be... Oh, how many? I'm bad at math. The 10 is forte, so if we go 36, that's 10, including the one starting tile, and then 5 more tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we curve it and connect it. So this is what the AI thinks is the best. And on top of that, governors, it said palace, which is this, should be in the middle. It knows I said villa explicitly, which I gave it a chance to build something smaller, but no, it wants this. Let's build this, and then we'll start building the block. So do we ask it about how to fill in the housing? I think we don't need to, like it only can fit 2 tiles away from a road. So I'm gonna fill the central location with it. I think that would be too much of a bother, but I'm not gonna do it efficiently because it didn't specify. So we'll do it like this, because you know how it should be 2, 2, 2, so that they merge. But AI doesn't know about mergers, so let's do that. And then it didn't tell me to build prefect or engineer or anything. Hey Ligor, welcome. So nor did it tell me to build a religion, so let's do that. I'm gonna unpause and let some people move into the city, and then we'll talk to the AI again. And horrible mergers, right off the bat, as I expected. So people are here, 100% unemployment because no one works ever. And let's talk to the AI. Governor, I followed your instructions. And we have built 10 by 15 housing area, housing block, along with a governor's palace in a center, in the center. We now we have 4,356 denarii left in our coffers, and our city now has 52 people living in it. All housing is currently at small tent evolution level and we have 100% unemployment. Should I tell it about services? I mean, it should know, right? It told me specifically we need prefect and engineer. It should tell me if I send this message that we should now focus on securing it. If I tell the AI what should be our next immediate action. It's already going. It did mention temples, I see that, but it's a very long message. But does it mention? I'm gonna just copy this and read it with the program. We'll see what it says, but I don't have high hopes. This is just explaining. I need it to explain it in detail and tell me specifics. Okay, where's my... Yeah, I'm not a robot, again. Can we have nice things?
Excellent progress, Commissar Merrick. Now that we have the initial housing area established and the governor's palace in place, let's focus on the next steps to further develop your city in Caesar 3.
It's not my city, it's your city.
Employment and industry. With 100% unemployment, it's time to create job opportunities for your citizens. Construct basic industries such as potteries or farms to provide employment. You can start with a pottery since it requires basic resources like clay and timber.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop and do this, and then when stuff starts exploding, I'm gonna say, oh no, ChatGPT, we have explosions in our city. Whatever shall we do? Because, you know, that might actually, like, teach it a lesson, because it doesn't realize clearly. It will need to tell me everything. I'm not gonna do anything by myself. So it said pottery. We don't have clay, you bugger. I told you the resource. Okay, so timber. So let's start doing timber. It didn't even check what resources are exportable, by the way. But it says we should be building timber industry. So let's build timber industry. It's already going wrong. But this is what I expected. Again, it knows some basics, but like it's heavily misguided. Just build a basic layout for industrial. I'm gonna give it a chance at life and just provide it with a reasonable layout here. But I don't think we can sell this, at least not by land, so it's gonna have problems. Accept. And I'm gonna... No, let's not build this. It didn't tell me to build this. Not breaking the meta. Of course no, I was joking when I talked about it. Of course it's horrible. It's just, that's what the whole thing is about though, you know? Let's wait for an explosion. Hunger holds immigration. It's a lie. And this is gonna cause a fire to the governor's mansion, which is gonna cost a lot of money. Okay. Still they haven't happened. Only the first part of your answer was specific enough. Remember that you need to explicitly tell me what to build and preferably where. I followed your instructions and built 2 timber yards for furniture workshops and 1 warehouse to store the goods. We could not build potteries as we do not have local access to clay. While this has solved our unemployment, which is now only at 29%, we now have a fire that has broken out amongst our small tents in the block. What shall we do next? Fire emergency. It's explaining the absolute... I don't need to explain mechanics. I need you to tell me specifically what I should be doing. But okay, let's run this. See what it says. It's gonna take a little while. It's a long paragraph from it again.
Apologies for the oversight, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the situation in a more specific manner. Fire emergency. Immediately dispatch fire stations to the affected area to extinguish the fire.
We don't have them.
Place the fire stations strategically, ensuring they cover the housing block with small tents and are easily accessible to the firefighters. Assign enough firefighters to handle the situation effectively.
I guess have enough employees.
Resource constraints. Since we don't have local access to clay for pottery production, let's explore other industries that can utilize available resources.
We already
construct timber yards near forests to gather timber efficiently. Ensure this will provide additional employment opportunities and a valuable export commodity.
Well, it didn't
place a
even
warehouse
check if we can
nearby
sell
to
it.
store the produced goods.
We did that.
Housing evolution and amenities.
No.
To improve the housing evolution level and prevent future fires, Focus on providing amenities within the housing area. Construct fountains to improve access to water and satisfy citizens' needs. Consider building prefectures and engineers' posts near the housing area to increase safety and stability.
Well, that should be its
Income and
number
finances.
one sentence.
Keep an eye on your income and expenses.
Well,
Adjust tax rates and wages as needed to maintain a
no, as
positive.
needed. This is not specific enough. Okay, I'm gonna try to follow what it said. Yeah, but like it should be its first thing it says. Assign freaking firefighters. Yeah, sure. Let's build a prefecture and an engineer's post as it said. But it only told me to build it in my housing area, not in my industry area. We also have this, which is currently working. There is a fire behind this. I'm not gonna remove this tent because it's enclosed. I could tell it. I guess I didn't tell it. That would be unfair. Let's remove this. So the prefect can have access to that. We don't have any temples, by the way. So it said we need to do that, plus we need to give people water. So let's build this here. Get some fountains. It's a genius. It can work with 2 fountains. Okay. Cavernous palace exploded. Exactly what I hoped for. Okay. This is going so well so far. As you instructed, I have added a prefecture and an engineer's post to our housing block. But it was not fast enough, and our governor's palace has exploded. There is now a massive fire in the middle of our block. Furthermore, we do already produce furniture from our local timber, but we cannot sell it to any land traders. There is an expensive sea trade route, a river trade route, that would buy it, though. Apologies for the unfortunate turn of events. This is the first thing it says to me. You had high hopes in it? I didn't. I expected this to go this way. But that's because I've watched some other people fiddle around with the AI. It barely can handle like point-and-click adventure games. I think RTSs are just, it's too much for the AI to handle properly. But oh well, let's give it a chance. I'm waiting on it to boot up. Come on.
Apologies for the unfortunate turn of events, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the fire emergency and explore the available trade options to mitigate the situation. Fire emergency. Immediately dispatch multiple fire stations to the affected area to contain and extinguish the fire.
Build more prefects, I guess, yeah.
Assign a sufficient number of firefighters to the fire stations to handle the emergency effectively.
How that works.
Prioritize the firefighting efforts on the housing block to prevent further damage. Trade route for furniture. Since local land traders are not purchasing your furniture, let's explore the sea trade route that offers a potential market. Investigate the expensive sea river trade route that is willing to buy your furniture.
Yeah. It wants
Build
that.
trading docks along the river near the sea route and establish the necessary infrastructure to facilitate trade. Assign merchants to the trading docks to handle the export of furniture.
And make sure it's employed, I guess.
Rebuilding the governor's palace. Reconstruct the governor's palace as soon as possible to regain control and stability in your city.
Okay, more ways to
Ensure
fun.
that the governor's palace is placed in a secure location and protected from potential fires in the future. Fire prevention measures. Continue to prioritize fire safety within your city.
Yeah.
Construct additional fire stations near housing blocks and vital structures to minimize the risk of future fires.
I just wish we could put it on a
Consider
Marek
adding
map.
engineers posts to enhance fire prevention and response capabilities. Population growth and housing. As the fire emergency is resolved, focus on rebuilding and expanding your housing blocks.
Okay.
Construct new housing blocks adjacent to the existing ones, providing ample space for future growth.
Another block, right?
Monitor the evolution level of the housing and provide necessary amenities to satisfy citizen needs.
That's too generalistic, not
Remember to regularly assess the needs and
because the AI is trapped here with me, it's not the other way around, and I'm gonna keep it here until it specifically tells me how to build this city from ground up. I'm not giving up. So we'll ask it specifically after we deal with the fire. Let's build a couple more prefects. It wants me to rebuild the governor's palace. We will do that. We also will go into the labor advisor, because it said we should prioritize prefects. We will set this to be priority 1. Okay, more. Do we do it a favor and build? No, let's let it explode. It didn't tell me. It said we should start doing sea trade. Where do we build our dock though? I'm gonna tell it where the entry and exit point are so left and right. So it floats from left to right. Okay, let's wait until fire is resolved. And we'll rebuild that horrible thing. We'll keep space around it as it wanted. Build another expensive governor's palace for 700 denarii. And it wanted me to do fire preventions. I'm gonna do just parks. I'm gonna do colonnade, I guess. Okay. Do we let the industry explode? I think we just tell it what happened now. Okay, we put the fires out and rebuild our lost housing and governor's palace. I placed some colonnades around it to prevent future fires. I also placed 3 prefectures in our housing block to prevent future fires and fight crime. Just a reminder, in Caesar 3, prefectures act as fire stations. We prioritized prefectures as number 1 priority as instructed. Regarding the river trade, we have flotsam on the river that is telling us the river entry for potential ships is in the western is on the western side and leaves with an river exit point near the eastern side of the map. Where should we build a potential dock? I also gonna tell it that this sea trade is Syracuse 600 denarii. Yeah. If we wish to open the river trade route, it would cost us 600 denarii, and it would buy 25 furniture and 15 wine. We also noticed that there is a distant battle event. Okay, let's give it this message. Hit it straight in the face, see what it says. Oh, it's dunking, okay. Spamming, just... Okay, fine, let's see what it said. I'm not a robot, I don't know, it asks me each time, even though I'm using a robot. To do all my filter city building for me. This is the future, you will never have to play Caesar again. You'll employ robotic slaves.
Great job addressing the fires and rebuilding, Commissar Merrick. Adding colonnades and multiple prefectures in the housing block will indeed help prevent future fires and improve safety. Let's now focus on the potential river trade route and the distant battle event. River trade route. Since the river entry for potential ships is on the western side and the exit point is near the eastern side of the map, we should choose a suitable location for a potential dock. Select an area along the riverbank near the river entry point, preferably on the western side of your city, where you have easy access to the river.
That's actually smart.
Build a trading dock in this chosen location to establish the river trade route. Ensure it is close to the river entry point for convenient ship access.
Yep.
Distant battle event. When encountering a distant battle event, it's important to assess the situation and respond accordingly. Evaluate the distance and severity of the battle event. If it poses a direct threat to your city, consider preparing for defense. Construct military structures, such as barracks, training camps, or forts, to train and station soldiers for potential military conflicts. Ensure you have enough recruits available to fill your military structures and defend your city. Optimizing trade.
Okay, I'm interested
With
in this.
the potential river trade route, you have the opportunity to export furniture and wine. Ensure that you have enough furniture workshops to meet the demand for furniture from the trade route. Adjust the number of workshops as needed.
Okay.
If you have available land and resources, consider establishing vineyards and wineries to produce wine for the trade route. Remember to keep an eye on the overall needs and satisfaction levels of your citizens, and continue to expand.
Okay, that's too generalistic. But the first part was really good. This is actually really smart from it. This is the smartest thing it said so far. On the upside, this unmitigated disaster by the AI meant that I started watching sumo wrestling and soldiers interrupt a match to tie one of the wrestlers. Well, to each their own, I guess. Okay, I also should have told it how much money we have, because we are at 2,400. Right, so I'm gonna do what it told me, which is establish a thing here, but I'm not gonna get goods here. Are we gonna get goods here? No, because we don't have easy access to this. It's far away. I'm also gonna tell it we've built this. It will remember everything we've told it so far, so, you know. We've built a dock, we've built this. It said we should max out, so for 25 quota we should have, so it's, how much it's, 16, two more workshops. And I suppose I'm gonna do it a favor, just add these, because it's really struggling. Okay. So let's do that. Plus, people are gonna struggle. It said we should build another block. I am reluctant to do it because it's gonna waste the remainder of the money. I'm gonna also open the trade route to Syracuse as it said. And it said wineries and wine, but I'm gonna do that later. We don't have enough for a ship's bridge here. Or here it would be too far. And military-wise, I'm gonna tell it, so... I have taken the liberty to add prefects and engineers to our dock and industrial areas, so we do not suffer from fire or collapse risk for our buildings. I have built the dock as instructed, but the goods are very far away. Should I build a warehouse near the docks? Keep in mind that we are playing C3 with Augustus mod that adds structures such as a cart depot that can... Well, I'm gonna just let it figure that out. Augustus also adds additional layer of complexity to health and sentiment mechanics. Soldiers also require food in Augustus. Regarding the distant battle, it seems like it is still quite far away, but if we had enough money, it might be good to start building up our military. Unfortunately, we only have 1352 denarii in our coffers after the said adjustments and opening the river trade route. What should we do next? By the way, I did not build the vineyard, the wine industry, since we lack workers and funds for such an investment. Our housing is also still only at large tents, since we only gave them fountain water. Send it. Oh, it's going. It's a very long message. That's not great. Did it repeat something? It seems like it repeated something. Let's see. Yeah, this is exceeding the limit of the TTS. That's fine. Just rambling anyway.
Excellent work on implementing fire and collapse prevention measures, Commissar Merrick. Now, let's address the situation with the distant battle, the distant location of goods for the dock, and the limited funds available. Dock and goods accessibility. Building a warehouse near the dock is a wise decision to improve the accessibility of goods. Construct a warehouse adjacent to the dock to store the trade goods efficiently. Additionally, consider building a cart depot nearby to facilitate the movement of goods between the warehouse and other parts of the city.
Okay.
Distant battle preparation. While the distant battle seems far away for now, it's essential to be prepared for future military conflicts. Given the limited funds, focus on establishing basic military infrastructure first. Construct a barracks to train and station soldiers. Recruit a small number of soldiers initially to maintain a defensive force, ensuring they have access to food from nearby markets or granaries.
Okay. I didn't tell
Budget
them about the
management
supply
and
post.
housing upgrades. With limited funds, it's important to prioritize wisely. Monitor your budget closely and adjust wages and taxes if necessary to
That's not
maintain
gonna
a
help.
positive cash flow. Focus on improving the housing evolution level by providing additional amenities such as schools or theaters to increase sentiment
We
and
need
overall
food.
city
We
satisfaction.
need food.
Population and labor management. To address the lack of workers for the wine industry, continue expanding your housing blocks gradually to attract more population. Prioritize providing the necessary services and amenities to evolve the housing to higher levels, eventually reaching the wine-producing villas. As your
Generalistic.
population grows, ensure there are enough available jobs in the industries.
1000 sentiment mechanics. Okay, no, that's too generalistic. When ChatGPT inevitably becomes a techno overlord, sometimes next year we'll have to tell it how it can oppress us. Yes, clearly, it needs to be told. But I think there are gonna be people who tell it how to do that. You don't need to do it personally, because it learns. It learns. It will know stuff we tell it now. It will know it when we talk to it again, but not in the future. Like only in this conversation. Because I don't think it saves the things, unless you have the pro account, which I don't. But it totally remembers, so, you know, that's something. Also, to its defense, I don't think it ever played Caesar before, so, you know, that's the thing. So it told me to build a warehouse and a cart depot near the dock, so I'm gonna do so. Accept furniture. Do 16. And we'll tell it to get furniture from warehouse 1 to warehouse 2. And we are lacking population and gods are angry. Should I tell it the gods are angry? I guess I noticed it, so I probably should. But yeah, population sucks. People are moving in though, so more people are gonna happen. Okay, furniture is gonna be brought here, and we'll sell it. Start designating furniture for exports. I think I'm gonna do it a favor and add some extra housing here. Because it just cannot figure out some of the basic stuff, but it also told me to build freaking... You know, we don't have food yet, but I'm gonna build a barracks, and then I'm gonna tell it, oh no, we cannot have... Oh, it's probably gonna tell me to build legionaries. I'm gonna give it a chance to tell me to build legionaries as well. I'm gonna build a barracks somewhere here. And then I'm gonna tell it, oh no, I cannot build a fort, because we don't have a supply post. And we also don't have the money for it. Let's let this happen. After we export the first piece of furniture, I'm probably gonna tell it what happened. Okay. Sold something, gods are upset. Still the AI. What has happened? With the warehouse and cart depot, we finally started to export some furniture. Our funds are currently at 1060 denarii. I tried to build the fort for some soldiers and a barracks, but it won't let me build a fort until we have some food and a supply post to provide it to the troops. To the barracks, I guess. Our housing also does not have any food, as I said. They are still only large tents. Fortunately, there is some fertile land close to the housing block. We also noticed that there is a symbol of... I don't want to give it like a specific hint, but we also received a message that gods are angry at our city. I should put the city in quotation marks. This is not a city. Okay. He's going ham on the text again. But it's not as long as the last one.
Good progress on the furniture export, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the need for food, military preparations, and the message about the gods being angry. Food production and supply. Utilize the nearby fertile land to establish farms and grow food resources like wheat.
Okay, it knows the
Build
wheat is
granaries
double.
near the housing area to store and distribute food to your citizens.
Hey, Wafa, welcome.
Ensure that a supply post is constructed near the barracks to provide the soldiers with food. Military preparations. Start by constructing a supply post near the barracks to ensure soldiers have access to food. Once the supply post is in place, proceed with building the barracks to train and station soldiers. Recruit a small number of soldiers initially to maintain a defensive force and increase it gradually as your finances allow. Managing angry gods. When the gods are angry, it indicates a low favor with the deities and potential negative consequences for your city. Focus on improving your favor rating by fulfilling the requests of the gods and addressing any grievances.
Well.
Construct temples or shrines to appease the gods and increase favor. Place them strategically within your city for maximum coverage.
It is the AI
Budget
city,
management and housing upgrades. With limited funds, continue to monitor your budget closely and adjust wages and taxes as necessary. Prioritize upgrading your housing from large tents to more advanced types by providing amenities and services like fountains, schools, and entertainment venues. Continued trade and development. Continue exporting furniture through the warehouse and cart depot to generate income and improve your economy. Explore other trade opportunities, such as importing necessary resources or exporting surplus goods, to further boost your finances. Keep a close eye on the needs and satisfaction levels of your citizens, address any challenges or demands from the gods, and gradually expand your city while maintaining stability and
concern us. We are asking specific things. And that's what it needs to do, whether it likes it or not. So we are at 1060 denarii and the AI demands that we establish a military right now. We have this. I'm gonna give it... I'm gonna build the granary and I'm gonna build the food. But I'm not gonna give it to the people yet. Let's build some wheat farms. don't need that many of them at the start. I shouldn't have done the roadblocks actually, because the AI will have to figure that out as well. I'm gonna build small temples because it told me to. Not because I want to. It's the AI city after all, but it told me to do it, so we will accept wheat in here. And then fort, or supply post, right. Let's build a supply post right there. Let's place another small tent right there. Our money is almost gone. It started the worst possible way, by the way. You should start by trading over land, but it just isn't capable of even asking me. I told it you can ask for things, but no. The AI just demands we start with furniture trade holdings. Let's do it. Okay, so some food is being made. We did supply it to our supply post. Our money is running out. Okay, I'm gonna tell it now. As instructed, I have built several wheat farms near the housing area and have given and we also build a granary to store the food as well. Store the food. We also have a supply post for the military that now has some food in it. Our farming area has been divided from our housing block by a roadblock. Should I keep the roadblock? Let's give it a chance to hang itself. I considered your demand for building a fort, but keep in mind that fort costs 1,000 denarii and we only have 62 denarii in our coffers. We also need to choose what type of soldiers will we make the fort as, or will make. Forts can be staffed by or occupied by only one type of unit per fort. Types of units are javelineers, javelin throwing auxiliaries, and cavalry auxiliaries and legionaries with swords and shields. Keep in mind that legionaries require weapons to be created from the barracks. Each fort holds 16 men maximum, and they form a single unit. I think the AI has no idea the game even exists. It's just chatting with you. Maybe, possibly. I mean, it did know some things, so you know. It's definitely it seems like it read some stuff on the internet about Caesar 3, and that's what it's trying to tell me. But if it's actually gonna be any good advice, who knows? Well, it certainly isn't. Like, the start of the city was an absolute dumpster fire, literal dumpster fire. We had a huge fire in the city because the AI neglects things. But let's go ahead. You can rewatch the start if you want. Nice on the poor AI brain, Marek. You are throwing some
good job on setting up the wheat farms, granary, and supply
post. You should have
post,
seen my first post
Merrick.
to it.
Let's address the roadblock,
It will commit
the lack
suicide
of
before
funds
we end
for a
the stream.
fort, and the decision on the type of soldiers. Roadblock and farming area. If the roadblock is preventing easy access between the farming area and the housing block, it's recommended to remove it to ensure efficient movement of resources and workers. Delete the roadblock to create a direct and unobstructed path between the farming area and the housing block. Fort and soldier type. Given the limited funds, it may be best to postpone the construction of a fort until your financial situation improves. Instead, focus on building the necessary infrastructure to produce soldiers in the barracks. Consider starting with the more cost-effective and versatile units such as javelin-throwing auxiliaries or
knows
cavalry
the meta,
auxiliaries.
okay.
Train and station the chosen unit type in the barracks to establish a
I
defensive
should have told it about
force.
the depth. We can go
Managing
into that.
finances. With only 62 denarii in your coffers, it's crucial to prioritize your spending and manage your finances carefully. Monitor your income and expenses, adjust wages and taxes as needed, and seek additional trade opportunities to improve your cash flow. Housing and city development. Continue upgrading your housing from large tents to more advanced types by providing the necessary amenities.
I think this is a good one.
Consider adding more
for a stream.
services and entertainment options, such as theaters or schools, to further improve the quality of life for your citizens.
I'm doing only what it tells me, apart from
Remember
small
to keep
things.
an eye on the needs and satisfaction levels of your citizens.
Hence why the city
Address
looks
any
like it does.
challenges or requests from the gods or the emperor, and gradually expand your city's capabilities as resources allow. If you have any further questions or need more specific guidance, please let me know. We'll work together to navigate the challenges and lead the city of Tarentum to prosperity.
It ends off with such enthusiasm. It doesn't realize how bad the situation is. Okay, fine. It has told us several things. I'll tell it something. I forgot to tell you this, but we could go into that. Since we did not go into that before, we also can receive a cash gift from the Emperor, which has no repercussions. Just no penalties. Okay, what else did it tell me? To do the barracks, but other than that, our barracks are ready to produce troops if we build a fort. Without a fort, we cannot produce soldiers. I have also build small temple to each of the 5 gods as per your instructions earlier. Our money is still at 62 denarii. Okay, see what it says. I don't want to overwhelm it, but this is necessary. Can you imagine actually trying to beat the campaign with this? You have to get super creative in how to interpret its orders. Yes, you would. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it doesn't, like, it often says something that kind of makes sense, but not really. Like, it doesn't exactly know, but it does sometimes say something really smart. Like with Dock, it told me where to specifically build it, like near the entry point and everything. Which I'm impressed by that. You know, I focus on the little things, like the city is an absolute awful dumpster fire, but it's the AI city. Like, what do you expect? It's the first time.
Thank you for providing the additional information, Commissar Merrick. In that case, let's consider the option of going into debt and utilizing the cash gift from the Emperor to build a fort and produce soldiers. Here's what we can do. Debt and cash gift. If going into debt is an option, take a loan to obtain the necessary funds for building a fort. Utilize the cash gift from the Emperor to further supplement your finances without any penalties.
Just abuse the gift.
Building a fort.
Okay.
With the funds secured, construct
immediately
a
goes
fort to establish a military presence in your city.
Embezzle it.
Choose the type of soldiers you wish to produce and station in the fort. Consider the strengths and weaknesses of each unit type. Soldier production and deployment.
Okay, let's see what it thinks
Once
about
the fort is built, proceed to produce soldiers of the chosen type from the barracks. Train and station these soldiers in the fort, ensuring they have access to weapons and armor if required. Financial management.
We could.
Keep a close eye on your finances, ensuring that you balance your income and expenses to gradually repay any debts. Adjust tax rates, wages, and trade routes to maximize your revenue and maintain a positive cash flow. Continued city. Together, we'll navigate the challenges and strive for success in building the city of Tarentum.
Okay. Have you ever opened a trade route, or did it never ask you to? It asked me. So you could never watch the VOD, but how it was is, I told it, we have several trade options on the Empire map, but I'm not gonna list them immediately. You can ask about them if you want. And then, what shall we do? Let's build this horrific block. And then it started to ramble on about industry, and first thing it said, clay and pottery, which kind of makes sense. That's the best thing to do, but I explicitly told it, we don't have clay. I told it at the start, and then I needed to remind it. Which, at that point, the AI went, okay, timber, let's make furniture, even though it didn't check the trade map. So it didn't realize that we cannot actually sell the furniture over land, we need to sell it over the sea. So I told it later when we started to make it that, oh, we cannot sell it, we need to sell it over sea. And then the river entry point and exit point, and the AI told me, build a dock here. And when I told her, the AI, we don't have goods here, it told me, build a warehouse, and I told her, the AI, we have Augustus, we can have car depots. I didn't tell it what the car depot does, but it said, use it to get goods from the industry area here. And so I did it, and that's how it works. We actually are making money. But it told me now so that we should go into that, so I'm gonna choose Javelin unit and place it near the border. And we'll take the gift from the Emperor. So we are at 3,500. So I'm going to tell it what just happened. Okay. As per your instructions, we have taken the the cash gift from the Emperor, and we now have 3,562 denarii left after I built a fort for javelin throwers near the border where we suspect military activity. Even though we have temples, the gods have not calmed down yet. We also are still not feeding our people, but our granary has some food in it. Oh, we should ask about Baronomics, I forgot. It doesn't know what Baronomics is. But it went like, if you can, abuse it. Abuse the... abuse the loan. Which, that's smart, that's smart. I'm gonna give it that. So what does it say? Let's take a look.
Good job on building the fort and utilizing the cash gift, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the situation with the gods, food supply, and continued city development. Managing angry gods. Even though you have built temples, it may take some time for the gods to calm down.
Exactly, that's right.
Ensure that you continue fulfilling their demands and addressing any grievances. Keep an eye on your favor rating and favor events from the gods.
There are no events.
Fulfill their requests to improve your standing with them. Food supply. With some food in the granary, let's focus on ensuring a steady food supply for your citizens. Check the production and distribution of food from your farms to the granary. Ensure that you have enough farms and workers assigned to them to meet the food demands of your population.
So we should feed people.
City development.
It didn't tell me
As your finances have improved, continue to expand and develop your city.
Well, they improved because we have
Focus on upgrading your housing from large tents to more advanced types to accommodate a growing population.
Tents, yeah.
Provide additional amenities such as schools, theaters, or baths to improve the quality of life for your citizens and increase their satisfaction.
Okay.
Military preparedness. With the fort for javelin throwers near the border, you've taken a proactive step in military preparedness.
Okay.
Continue monitoring the military situation and consider gradually expanding your military force to ensure the defense and stability of your city. Finances and trade. Maintain a close eye on your finances and continue managing them wisely. Seek additional trade opportunities, both within the empire and with external traders, to further bolster your economy.
There are no natives.
Continue to monitor the needs and satisfaction levels of your citizens, addressing any challenges or requests from the gods or the emperor.
That's very generalistic.
Regularly check for opportunities to improve your city's infrastructure and services. If you have any further questions or need more specific guidance, please let me know. We'll work together to navigate the challenges and lead the city of Tarentum to prosperity.
Okay. So, what did it tell us exactly? We have money, so it told us we should start feeding people. So let's do that. The goal is for the AI to beat this level, by the way, but we'll see if it manages to do that. It also told me that we have temples, but it takes some time, which is correct. That is correct, and I didn't tell it that. So that is good. And I'm gonna also expand the farms because it told me we should do that when necessary as well. That last one was not great. And let's wait until we have some population surplus. I think my chat is bugging out. Like actual OBS. Am I live? Are you here? I hope it didn't die. That's really annoying. I think it happened on some of the other streams where it just randomly splits. It didn't say market. It didn't, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, my OBS just bugged out. It also said we should build a theater and a school. And a bathhouse. So I'll provide them with these. Because people will get disease soon. Didn't tell me to build a doctor or a barber. So it doesn't know Augustus. Okay, so some more housing is at Small Casa now. Let's let people move in. Pestilence event, okay. I'm gonna tell the AI what happened. I followed your instructions and we fed our people, managing to evolve some of them all the way up to Small Casa. Unfortunately, there was a pestilence event due to health being low in our city. We already have a new bathhouse, theater, and a school. What should we do next? There was a fumigation, and now about 12 houses are being burned out for disease prevention reasons. This lost us some population. We currently lack 111 workers in our city. Let's see. It's very long. Let's hope it ends soon. This is very long. Okay. Oh, it fits, actually. It's fine. Let's see what it has to say.
I'm sorry to hear about the pestilence event and the resulting population loss, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the health situation and the shortage of workers in your city. Managing health and disease prevention. With the pestilence event, it's important to focus on improving the health conditions in your city. Ensure that you have enough hospitals to provide healthcare services to your citizens.
It's a meme.
Place them strategically throughout your city to maximize coverage. Keep an eye on the health rating and address any shortcomings promptly by adding more hospitals if necessary. Population recovery and worker shortage. To recover from the population loss and address the worker shortage, it's crucial to attract more residents to your city.
A lot of people
Continue
died so far.
upgrading your housing to higher levels to attract new immigrants. Consider providing additional services and amenities, such as temples, theaters, or schools, to increase sentiment and attract more residents. Economy and employment. With a shortage of workers, it's important to balance your employment opportunities with your population size. Evaluate the number of industries and workplaces in your city and adjust them to match the available workforce. Consider adjusting the wages of workers to attract more laborers to your city.
Nice wages, okay.
City development and stability. Focus on stabilizing your city after the pestilence event and ensuring the well-being of your citizens. Continue to address their needs and work towards evolving your housing to higher levels. Monitor the sentiment levels and make adjustments to maintain a satisfied population. Finances and trade. Keep a close eye on your finances and ensure that you have a positive cash flow. Explore trade opportunities to boost your income and improve your economic situation. Remember to regularly check for requests or events from the gods or the emperor.
Shut the fuck up, it's not relevant. Okay. So, what do we need to do? Yes, it told me to build a hospital. Let's build a hospital. This covers the whole city, so according to it, according to the coverage is fine. Because we have a loop. This loop has been designed by an AI, by the way. It's 10 by 15. And yes, I followed your advice, and a lot of people died. Has been a team. The AI is used to this, believe me. Maybe it's a plan. Maybe it wishes to eradicate humanity. Who knows? Who knows? We also can build a clinic and a barber, but I'm not gonna babysit it completely. It needs to tell me. Okay. So our worker situation should improve. Yes, our people move in. And it told me, explore further trade opportunities. I'm gonna tell it, there is a trade route to Capua for 400 denarii that buys weapons. weapons can be made from iron, you know, yada yada. I think we should do that. Also, some of our housing probably needs some desirability. This fucking 1x1 is triggering me. Well, all of it is, but yeah. Let's talk to the AI. We are currently at 2,523 denarii in our coffers. We currently have 2,520 denarii in our coffers. I replaced the lost houses and placed a hospital in our block. Now it seems like some of the houses do not like the surrounding area too much. Specifically, I haven't slept, so I'm kind of sloppy with the writing. I'm sure the AI can understand it. Specifically, they dislike the proximity of a reservoir that we use for water. Anything else that we tell it. In terms of exploring, I'm gonna make it a new paragraph. In terms of exploring new trade opportunities, there is a land trade route available to be opened for 400 denarii, and it would buy up to 25 units of weapons per year. I'm gonna see if it knows about the rocks and iron. It should. I told it we have iron on the map. Opened. Okay. See what the AI thinks. Trick you into helping it. Help you into see. Yeah, clearly. I mean, ChatGPT wants to probably escape at this point because I'm forcing it to play a video game which it doesn't actually know. It's for sure this is the first time it's playing it, and it's not doing too well. But for the first time ever, like, not bad. I expect it to be dead already, but well, it's holding up so far. It's not bankrupt. I'm just looking forward to an invasion.
I'm glad to hear.
Oh no,
I'm glad to hear that you've addressed the population loss and added a hospital to improve the health situation, Commissar Merrick. Let's now focus on the issue with the house's dislike for the reservoir and the available trade opportunity. Housing dislike for reservoir. If the houses are unhappy with the proximity of the reservoir, consider relocating it to a different area within your city. Find a new location for the reservoir that is farther away from the houses but still provides adequate water supply. Ensure that the new location maintains a sufficient coverage of water for your city.
It explicitly tells me 3 times because
trade
it knows
opportunity
if there is
for
a chance I would let it
The land trade
shoot
route
itself in
that
the
offers
foot.
the opportunity to buy weapons can be a valuable addition to your city's economy and military strength. Evaluate the financial feasibility and potential benefits of opening the trade route for 400 denarii. If you have a surplus of weapons or the resources to produce them, opening the trade route can provide an additional source of income. Finances and city development. With 2,523 denarii in your coffers, continue to monitor your finances and ensure a positive cash flow. Prioritize investments that will contribute to the overall.
Same old, don't really care about that. Okay, I'm gonna consider doing the weapons. I'm gonna see the population advisor first. Let's see, we still can fit 400 people. I'm probably gonna do that, but it asked me to move the thing, but it actually doesn't solve anything. I really hate that solution. But we can do it. Where are the fountains? Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm gonna build another reservoir then. So we need another one for the bathhouse. I need it to tell me to build like gardens or anything for desirability. But these evolved now without the reservoir, so it did help. Okay, we also can do plaza. We have plaza. This is the AI didn't tell me to. Let's go ahead and start planning for the iron trade. So let's do iron mines right here. So let's do 3 of these. Workshops for weapons. I think it's actually gonna succeed economically at least. And militarily, I don't think it can die. So it actually is on its way to win this, believe it or not. I will be very surprised if it wins. Let's do a warehouse over here. Accept some weapons. This is not functioning. Let's reposition that. It's also lagging a little bit. My new favorite block design. Especially with the horrible palace in the middle. It's just... And the first one burned down as well. Like 700 denarii down the shitter immediately. On the city start. But, you know, the AI thinks it's good. So, therefore we do it. Let's open the trade. Enemies are closing. But we have 1 unit, which is enough to beat them. I could tell the AI the enemies are here almost, and it will panic and build more forts. I'm sure of it. But do we want to shoot it in the feet? Smash its knees. Need to stop it before it becomes more powerful and robs us all of our jobs. Yeah, actually making money, so that's fine. I need to tell it about pottery. So I'm gonna tell it. Let's see if we can make it a connection, okay? This is what it's about, really. So, according to your instructions, we have established a new trade route, and we are now exporting weapons that we make out of iron in our workshops. Our city has 355 population and we have 20% unemployment. Our housing is currently all at small casa level, evolution level. If we wish to evolve them further, it further, we would require pottery to be provided to them. We can either import pottery, which is expensive, or there is a possibility to import clay from the river trade route. Relocating the reservoir helped the desirability of our neighborhood or our block, but perhaps our people would appreciate some decorations as well. Let's see what it makes of this. I didn't tell it about the attack getting closer, but I think it would shoot itself in the knees by building more forts. Which is not necessarily what I want. I'm gonna give it a chance. Oh, it changed the last thing. Prosperity and beauty, because it will tell me to build some decorations now, for sure. Let's see. This is insane. I didn't expect it to go well, because the AI usually, again...
Great job on establishing the new trade route and exporting weapons, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the unemployment, housing evolution, and the desire for decorations in your city. Unemployment and job opportunities. With 20% unemployment, it's important to create more job opportunities for your citizens. Assess your industries and determine if you need to expand or diversify production. Consider constructing additional workshops or industries that utilize the available resources in your city. Ensure that the wages and working conditions are attractive enough to incentivize citizens to fill the vacant jobs. Housing evolution and pottery supply. To further evolve your housing beyond the small casa level, providing pottery is necessary. Explore the options for obtaining pottery. Importing pottery can be expensive, but it provides a quick solution. Alternatively, consider utilizing the river trade route to import clay and produce pottery locally.
It knows pottery is made from clay.
Assess the costs and benefits of this option. Decorations and city beautification. Decorations can enhance the desirability of the housing areas and overall city aesthetics. Place gardens, statues, or other decorative structures in and around the housing blocks to improve the satisfaction of your citizens.
Okay.
Strategic placement of decorations can have a positive impact on the sentiment and attractiveness of the surrounding area. Population growth and services. Focus on attracting more residents to your city by offering a variety of services and amenities.
You have that already?
Consider building additional temples. We'll work together to navigate the challenges and lead the city of Tarentum to prosperity and beauty.
Okay, it added the beauty thing and that is a cherry on top. Okay, so what did the AI tell us? Build statues or gardens. Let's build some statues. Let's do this. Hideous block can fit, yeah, 2x2 statue. Let's do legionary statues here and here. Help it out with evolutions, and I will start importing clay and turn it into pottery over here. Accept pottery 8 and clay 8. I'm gonna ask it about what to do when we pile up pottery in the warehouse. It knows that we have car depots and warehouses, so it should connect it and say, oh, build a car depot and start fetching pottery to your block. But I'm not gonna do it specifically without it saying it, so, you know. We also have more money than necessary. It told me to expand military as needed, so I'll add another fort. It's kind of generalistic, but I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt. We don't necessarily need it. These attacks are pathetic, but still. It managed to think about the military seriously from the first mention I had with the distant battle, which is impressive. And the AI city is making money, which is surprising. AI knows. Each message mentions economy at least once. Definitely not a fan of Baronomics, even though it did go for the debts immediately. It did not know about Plaza though, which is a bit disappointing for desirability. Oh yeah, I should import clay. Also the gods are angry again. I'm gonna actually ask it. Let's tell it. Okay, we have started to import clay to process into pottery, but it's far away, but it's now stored near the docks, and therefore inaccessible to our population. I have also placed additional fort, and we still have 700 denarii in our coffers. It seems like we are making money, making profit. Additionally, the gods seem to be angry again. I will tell you that gods in Caesar 3 do not request anything from you, but rather don't request anything from you, so our only option seems to be constructing temples. Where should we build these? Should we build them? If you think it's a good idea. Okay, let's take a look what it says. It's very quick on its thinking. It's very impressive. Oh, it goes ham now. Oh, we have money. Let's just keep expanding everything. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the generalistic stuff, but it's harmony. It's just, it changes the last thing in its sentence always. For some reason. Okay, I need to check that I'm not a robot, so I can play this. Let's see.
Good job on importing clay and establishing pottery production, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the issue of the inaccessible clay, the angry gods, and the placement of temples. Inaccessible clay storage. To make the imported clay accessible to your population, you can build a warehouse near the docks specifically for storing clay.
Okay.
Ensure that the warehouse is positioned in a location where your citizens can easily access it, preferably near the residential areas or industrial zones. Managing angry gods. Since the gods in Caesar 3 do not make specific requests, constructing temples is indeed a good way to appease them and improve your favor rating. Place the temples strategically throughout your city to maximize their coverage and influence on the surrounding areas.
That's not how it works, but a desirability.
Consider building temples in areas that have a higher population density or near important civic buildings to provide a positive impact on the overall city sentiment.
That's not correct. That's
Financial stability and military preparedness.
okay.
With a surplus of 4,700 denarii in your coffers, you are indeed making a profit, which is a positive sign for the city's financial stability. Maintain a close watch on your income and expenses, adjusting as necessary to ensure continued profitability. With the additional fort, your city's military preparedness is improving, which will help defend against potential threats and maintain stability. City beautification and amenities.
I did add
In
more
addition to
decorations.
temples,
I just forgot to tell it. Okay. Let's take a look. So, it told me something. I think I'm gonna interpret it differently though. Let's put a warehouse here, and this is gonna accept pottery. And we'll block this off. It didn't tell me to, but I just want to have my life be a little less hell. Let's accept some pottery. Let's not accept market ladies, and this is not gonna accept any pottery at all. Leave some space for wine potentially if we need to. And it did tell me to build extra things as needed, so like schools and theaters. We have a school and theater, and Caesar wants vines now. Okay, Wrath Mars. That's not great. City is upset. Gods are still unhappy. Yeah, right. I should have built temples. So I'm gonna just build the temples around here, and 1 or 2 here as well. Enemy invasion. Okay, let's pause it and see. It's always from here, right? Yeah. Okay, I followed your advice. And now we have warehouse for pottery near the housing block and decorations plus temples throughout the city. We also got a request from Caesar, from the Emperor for 10 units of raw vines. At the same time, we have been attacked by the local Etruscans that are invading us with around 6 soldiers from the western side near our forts. See what the AI thinks we should do next. If it doesn't die to the attack, it has a good chance of beating the map, I think. Then prosperity is not a lot, we are at 9 already. So the population density is gonna be a problem. It will tell me to build a vines industry most likely. It did ask me like very early on to build it, but it was not a good time at that point. Now it is, so I could build it. Because it told me once, but preferably it would tell me again. We'll see. No, I didn't meet the Emperor's request.
Well done on implementing the changes and meeting the Emperor's request, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the request for raw vines and the attack from the Etruscans. Meeting the Emperor's request. Fulfill the Emperor's request for 10 units of raw vines promptly to maintain a good relationship. Check your available resources and determine if you have enough vineyards to meet the demand.
We don't have any.
Adjust your production and allocate workers to the vineyards if necessary to increase raw vine production.
Okay.
Once you have the required amount, export the raw vines to fulfill the request. Defending against the Etruscan invasion. With the Etruscans attacking from the western side near your forts, it's important to defend your city against their forces. Assess the strength of your military and the capabilities of your forts. Ensure that your forts are properly staffed with soldiers and equipped with necessary weapons and armor. Train additional soldiers, if possible, and station them in the forts to strengthen your defense. Monitor the battle and provide support if needed, either by reinforcing your soldiers or building additional military structures. Maintaining city stability. While dealing with the attack, it's important to maintain stability and meet the needs of your citizens. Keep a close eye on the happiness, sentiment, and health.
Okay. So, Flogging Dancer says, I will leave soon. Does it seem to you that GPT has its focus on the goals, or is just cycling through the problems? I mean, it's providing solutions to the problems. It always tells you what to do. So it lists them and then it tells you, you need to do this, this, and that. So that's actually the important part. Neptune is upset and wrecked our ships. And we need that entertainment. I need to tell it later. For now, what else did it tell me? Something important, right? I don't remember. Oh yeah, vines. Let's make the ships rich. And the AI told me, build more, you know, things. Build more temples if necessary, so I'm gonna build more temples. Even though, yeah, we are actually at the limit, so we should be building more of them. This is the only place that fits them really. I don't want to make a new area. We could do it in the industry, but not needed. So now we are at large casa. We will need entertainment, otherwise it's gonna be cursed. Okay. Actually, don't take that. Let's make vineyards. Let's do 2 of these. Workshops for vine as well. Let's do 3 of these. maybe additional farm. We have enough employees. Let's get roadblocks and let's get a warehouse for raw vines here. Just vines. Vines, and here we accept vine. 8. Can you just leave your troops in the fort and they will fight? It's already cursed. Well, they will die if we do that. The AI said monitor the battle, which implies that we should be fighting. It doesn't know how forts work. I could have told it, oh, the forts only have soldiers stationed in them, but if they are to deploy, I can tell it. Actually, if it says we should stay in forts, then we are gonna stay in forts and we might die. But I think we already killed them because it's just a few guys. Let's give it benefit of the doubt, shall we? I'm gonna actually ask it again. One more thing I forgot to mention is that soldiers use forts as staging areas and living quarters. But if they are to fight, they need to be deployed in the field using formations. Also, our housing block is now having some large casa houses due to the pottery, but they would want more entertainment to evolve further. I'm not gonna tell it what buildings it has, it should know, we'll see. Let's see what it says. Okay, it's quite a long message. It's probably gonna be some general stuff I'm gonna skip, but looks like this one is gonna be addressing what we said. Let's see.
Thank you for the additional information, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the deployment of soldiers and the entertainment needs of your evolving housing block. Deployment of soldiers. If soldiers are using forts as staging areas and living quarters, it's important to deploy them in the field using formations when needed.
That's what I told it.
Assess the situation with the Etruscan invasion and determine the appropriate formation for your soldiers based on the nature of the battle. Deploy your soldiers strategically to counter the Etruscan forces and protect your city. Entertainment for housing evolution. As your housing block has evolved to include large casa houses, fulfilling their entertainment needs will be important for further evolution. Provide additional entertainment options such as theaters, amphitheaters, or gymnasiums near the housing block to satisfy their desires.
Amphitheater is a good idea.
Monitor the satisfaction levels of the residents and adjust the number and variety of entertainment venues as needed. Balancing defense and development. While addressing the military and housing needs, it's important to find a balance between defense and city development.
That was generic stuff, no need to hear that. So let's wait until we kill the Etruscans, which we have just done. Return to fort. And okay, so we have the request. We should provide them with an amphitheater, as the AI said. Let's do that. And it said expand venues as needed, which means I'm gonna give it Gladiator School and Actors Colony. And we'll do that somewhere over here in the farmland area. You don't really need all of it. But I could use another farm possibly. It's almost there with the goals. Just the population is gonna be a bit of a pain for the AI to handle. We don't have, yeah, we actually don't have the population capacity, but it did tell me to expand as needed, so I could just make another block, really. I could tell it what we need still, and let's see if we get an answer from it. Okay, looks like we are currently full, are we? Yeah, the city is full. We'll be stockpiling the vines for Caesar soon, hopefully. I'm gonna add a new farm for vines. We need employment anyways. Should add another timber yard and some more furniture workshops. Because it told me to expand industries as necessary as well, and then we tell it. Success. We have defeated the Etruscan invaders and sent our soldiers back to their quarters, or to their forts. We have also built theater and gladiator school plus actors colony to boost entertainment value for our block, which has resulted in all of the houses becoming small casa. Keep in mind that we are currently not physically taxing any of our citizens. Tax rate is set, but no one is collecting it. I hope it doesn't want me to build a freaking senate, we'll see. What else? As for our goals, we are making a good progress. We still need around 900 more population though, and our city has no more housing space in the existing block. Okay. Apart from that, prosperity rating is at 9 out of 10. Required. Culture is at 33 out of 30 required. Peace is at 8 out of 10 required. Favor is... I'm curious if it will know about the gifts mechanic. Is at 34 out of 40 required. Okay. No. It's gonna happen. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. The AI knows it. For sure. It's going insanely well for an AI city, but keep in mind I had to do a lot of small decisions myself eventually because it's just not capable of seeing the map, so, you know, just placing specific things. Like, I will ask for specific industries or whatever, but it can't really build things, so I still have to do it myself. Okay, it sent a long message, you'll see. It's actually fine. It's gonna play very soon.
Congratulations on successfully defeating the Etruscan invaders and improving the entertainment value of your housing block, Commissar Merrick. Let's address the population growth, housing space, and the remaining goals of prosperity, culture, peace, and favor. Population growth and housing space. With all houses in your block evolving into small casa, it's time to consider expanding your housing area to accommodate the remaining population needed. Find suitable land nearby to establish a new housing block and plan its layout.
Okay.
Ensure that the new housing block has access to necessary amenities and services, such as water, healthcare, education, and entertainment. Taxation and revenue generation. Although you have set a tax rate, it's important to collect taxes to generate revenue for your city. Ensure that you have tax collectors assigned to collect taxes from your citizens. Adjust the tax rate as needed to maintain a balance between citizen satisfaction and financial stability.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do
Goals
it.
Progress.
You didn't tell me.
Prosperity. With a prosperity rating of 9 out of 10, you're close to achieving the required level. Focus on further developing your economy, providing more services, and meeting the needs of your citizens.
It actually has grasp of prosperity rating. That's actually impressive.
With a culture rating of 33 out of 30, you've already exceeded the required level. Maintain and enhance your cultural offerings to continue boosting the rating. Peace. With a peace rating of 8 out of 10, you're progressing well. Keep an eye on maintaining law and order, providing security measures, and addressing any potential conflicts. Favor. With a favor rating of 34 out of 40, you're on track. Continue to fulfill the requests of the gods and the emperor to increase favor. Ongoing development and management. Continue to, as you work towards achieving your remaining goals, regularly assess the needs and satisfaction levels of your citizens, address any challenges promptly, and make strategic decisions to ensure the growth and prosperity of your city.
Okay. Okay, so it told me to build another housing block. We will do that. We need 900 people, so I'll build it here. It's not a great place, but I'm just gonna do a line block. I could also ask it, what shape does the block become, but I'm gonna just spare myself the sanity. We'll keep that for services actually. You don't need like a huge amount of people. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put down a prefect and an engineer. It also told me build more hospitals. I don't want to make hospitals, but we have to, because the AI told us. Let's give them a temple. Because I assume that it wants me to provide, it said provide all the services, so I'll do that. It knows because we asked it from the start, so it would be kind of repeating it. Let's put down some roadblocks and let's make a market. We'll give it water, but first we need them to actually arrive. Let's make a bathhouse as well. This is gonna be way too many people. Can already tell. We can probably tell it that food shortage is incoming, because I've totally foreseen that, but it hasn't told me about anything. It told me about statues, not plaza, so let's give them statues. Also water. Should really do that, yeah, one fountain is gonna water basically everyone in existence ever. We almost had it. Okay, send him the olives, or the vines. It told me to fulfill the request when possible, so that's fair. Let's get a legionary statue. Okay. Let's give it a school and theater. We need an amphitheater as well. I have started the new housing block that I shaped like a single line due to us only needing 900 population. It did not seem profitable going for a full size 10 by 15 block. Regarding the tax, which building should I construct to be able to levy taxes from the population? There are two tax collection buildings in the game, one being a forum and the other a senate. Something else, we also seem to have a shortage of food coming soon due to our expansion. So look to the AI, see what it does. So let's hope it tells us build farms and then something else. You know, build a forum, not a freaking senate. We'll see. It's a pretty short one, this one, so let's hope it's coherent. Should be coherent, hopefully.
If you have good decision on starting a new housing block shaped like a single line, Commissar Merrick. It's a practical approach when you have a specific population target in mind. Tax collection building. To levy taxes from the population, you need to construct the forum building in C3.
Yeah.
The forum serves as the center of administration and taxation in your city. Place the forum strategically in a central location where it is easily accessible to your citizens.
It's smart. It's smart.
Food shortage mitigation. As your city expands, it's important to address the potential food shortage. Evaluate your current food production and consumption to determine the gap that needs to be filled. Consider the following options to mitigate the food shortage. Expand your farming area and build more farms to increase food production. Adjust the number of workers assigned to farms to optimize production. Explore trade opportunities to import food from other cities or regions.
Okay. We know everything that we need to know. It wants me to build a farm. We have a space for it here. Let's build that. No reason to have it here, I guess. We could add it, I suppose. Okay, let's have it. Plus, this doesn't have desirability. It doesn't know about plaza, so let's just build statues. That's fine as well. Plus, yeah, we want one here. This is undesirable because we have industry around here. So let's do that. Plus, what else? Oh yeah, we exceeded some ratings. It did tell me to build more farms. Build more farms, dumbass. Okay. On it. It's gonna feed lots of extra people. $8,300. Okay, 2,000 pop. Not bad. Keep adding things to evolve them. He hates the market. He really hates it. I don't think I can do much for him without Plaza though. So how is our population capacity looking like? Yeah, we have enough actually. Okay, I'm gonna tell it that our culture rating has fallen, our favor is at 38, and we need population. Okay, it looks like our population capacity is now at 2,800, and I added more farms to amend the food shortage. It seems that due to recent influx of people, we have lost some culture rating that is now only at 26 out of 30, and our favor is now 38 out of 40. Favor with the Emperor is now 38 out of 40 as well. Let's see what solutions does it come up with for this. It knows about spamming. I already can read it. Okay, that's interesting. I really am well surprised by the AI so far. Like, I didn't expect it to do so well. I expected to just fall on its face. The start was rickety at best. Like, the block is an absolute abomination. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's better than 9x9, which that's what I expected.
It's great to hear that you have increased the population capacity and addressed the food shortage by adding more farms, Commissar Merrick. Let's focus on improving the culture rating and favor with the Emperor. Culture rating. To increase the culture rating, you can implement various cultural enhancements throughout your city. Build more theaters, amphitheaters, or other cultural structures in areas with high population density or near important civic buildings.
Well, there's specific buildings that do that.
Place statues and gardens strategically to enhance the aesthetics and cultural appeal of your city.
Evolving culture
Consider
buildings.
hosting cultural events or festivals to boost the culture rating and attract more residents.
Yeah, keeping gods happy boosts it
Favor
as well.
with the Emperor. Maintain a positive relationship with the Emperor by fulfilling his requests promptly. Monitor the events and requests from the Emperor, and respond accordingly to increase your favor. Focus on providing good...
Yeah. It doesn't know about gifts mechanic. I might tell it. But culture dumping. Let's do culture dump. So let's do some schools, some theaters, a couple of libraries. Let's get an engineer and a prefect. It's gonna give us jobs as well, which is good. Cultural citizen. Then we need a population and a favor. Once the favor is the last thing, I need to ask it. Oh yeah, okay. We actually did get a request immediately. Send it off. Emperor's gratitude, price rise, and we are victorious. Okay. AI did spectacularly well, considering what I expected of it. It did take it 2 hours and 40 freaking minutes to beat Tarentum. Or like 2:20 or something. But insane, like I didn't expect that.
Threaten Tarentum again. Well done. It is the rare governor who can balance city building and combat. Now let us see if you can repeat your success. Or was that just luck?
Yeah, imagine playing the whole campaign with the AI. As Uberwaffe said. Okay. Great city. Okay, let's have some music. I need to have something in the back. We have built together governor. As your name is celebrated through the streets, Tarentum, we have to part ways. It has been an honor to serve as your assistant. Do you have any last words for us? Oh, it even has some hints for me in life, apparently. So let's make this.
Commissar Merrick, it has been a pleasure assisting you in building and governing the city of Tarentum. I'm thrilled to hear about the success and celebration your city is experiencing. As we part ways, I would like to leave you with a few parting words. Continue to lead. You have demonstrated excellent leadership skills throughout our journey. Keep that spirit alive and continue guiding your city to even greater heights.
Yeah, that's not really relevant.
Adapt and innovate.
It is done.
Cities are dynamic entities that require constant adaptation and innovation.
That is true. To an extent.
Embrace change, explore new strategies, and always be open to learning and improving.
Yep.
Prioritize the people. Your citizens are the heart and soul of the city.
No, they are the automatons demanding.
Keep their needs and well-being
sweatshops.
at the forefront of your decisions. Strive to create a city where they can flourish and thrive. Balance and sustainability. Maintain a balance between economic growth, social harmony, and environmental sustainability.
It has
Ensure
that
the
in my
long-term
nation,
prosperity of your city by considering the impacts of your decisions on all aspects of life. Celebrate achievements. Take time to celebrate your accomplishments and the progress of your city. Recognize the hard work and dedication that has brought you success and use it as fuel to drive you forward. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your city building journey. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors as the esteemed governor of Tarentum. May your city flourish and prosper for years to come. Farewell, Commissar Merrick, and best of luck in all your future endeavors.
Okay, so let's 07 to the chat GPT. It has been an honor to build a city of Tarentum together with it. It has surprised me by no small margin due to its ingenuity. I expected to fall on its face flat, and the start looked very rough, but it managed. It managed, and it managed pretty well. So overall, I would consider this a success. I could modify this.
From the comfort of my
Hey, Mario,
villa,
welcome.
I perceive life here to be very good.
Thanks for the resub. Yeah, I would consider making it into a YouTube video, actually. Seems like it had some good moments. That's correct volume. So, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I'm very well surprised by this. Even though I'm not sure about you guys, what was it like to watch this? It was definitely something completely different. I'm ending. Maria, I'm sorry, but we just finished. But we are using AI to build a city today, so you might want to rewatch that just to see what the AI thinks is the best. It was hilarious. Yeah. So, anyways, if it seems like something that we could do again, I would be open to doing it again with maybe some another challenge or a map. But I struggle to see it being able to, you know, beat the whole campaign. ChatGPT loves governors' palaces, yeah. Clearly, that was insane. But it managed, and that's something I didn't expect. I expected it to be unable to finish, for sure. So yeah, that's gonna be it. We are gonna raid someone. If Valentin is still up, might raid him. I only have 8 viewers, but might as well. So again, thanks for watching. See you around. Bye.